to be paid, and every single day you sit on it, every day you run from it, every day you hide behind comfort, the interest grows. The weight gets heavier, the guilt presses harder, until one day, if you're not careful, it crushes you. You don't owe the world your potential. You don't owe it to your boss. You don't owe it to your critics. You don't even owe it to your family. But you do owe it to yourself. Because here's the brutal truth. Wasted potential is self-betrayal. It's the ultimate form of disrespect to the man staring back at you in the mirror. Imagine being old, broken, and out of time, sitting on your deathbed, replaying your life, and realizing you never gave it everything. Not because you couldn't, but because you wouldn't. Because you were too scared. Because you were too comfortable. Because you listened to excuses instead of that fire inside you. That is regret. And regret is a poison that no man can live with. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can choose differently. You can stand up now. You can decide that every ounce of potential inside you is going to be used, not wasted. Because you weren't built to coast through life. You weren't built to just survive. You weren't built to drift, to scroll, to complain, to shrink. You were built to rise, to fight, to conquer. That's the truth. And no one else is going to do it for you. Nobody can lift the weight for you. Nobody can run the miles for you. Nobody can sharpen your sword for you. This is your fight, your burden, your responsibility. And yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will demand everything. Yes, it will break you down, humble you, and force you to crawl through the fire. But that's the price. That's what it costs to cash in your potential. That's what it takes to become the man you were designed to be. And when you pay that price, when you walk through the fire and bleed for it, you earn something no comfort can ever give you. Pride. The pride of looking in the mirror and saying, I didn't waste it. I didn't cheat myself. I gave everything I had. I fulfilled my potential. That pride is worth more than money. It's worth more than fame. It's worth more than approval. Because no one can take it from you. It's yours forever. So stop treating your potential like an option. It's not an option. It's a responsibility. It's a duty. It's a debt that only you can pay. And the longer you wait, the heavier it gets. So rise up. Stop wasting time. Stop living like you have forever. Stop lying to yourself. Your potential isn't waiting. Your life isn't waiting. Your time isn't waiting. The clock is ticking, and every second you sit in comfort is another second stolen from the man you could have been. So fight, bleed, sacrifice, do whatever it takes. Because at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything, but you owe it to yourself. Everything. In the end, the greatest pain isn't failure, it's knowing you had potential but never used it. Don't let your gift rot inside you. Don't waste the power you've been given. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. So stop hesitating, stop doubting, and start becoming who you were meant to be. If this spoke to you, like this video, subscribe for more motivation, and comment, I use my potential to prove you watched till the very end. Remember, your potential is your responsibility. Don't waste it. Unlock it. Live it. See you in the next one. If you're alive, you're not done. You opened your eyes this morning. Your heart's still pumping. Your lungs are still pulling in air. That's not an accident. That's a reminder, a signal that your story isn't finished. But let's be real. How many times have you said to yourself, it's too late. I missed my shot. My time has passed. That's the voice of weakness. That's the lie that kills dreams before they're even born. That's the enemy trying to rob you of the man you were built to become. Here's the truth. If you're alive, you're not done. If you're breathing, you've still got a fight to win. It's not tomorrow. It's not someday. It's right now. Every second you waste doubting yourself, another man is out there building, grinding, pushing, making the most of the same 24 hours you're letting slip away. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. You need to decide, to rise, to take what's yours, and refuse to quit, because the clock hasn't run out. Not until your last breath leaves your body. Too late is a myth. You think it's too late? You think your time has passed? You think that the clock has run out and life has left you behind? That's the lie. The sweetest lie the weak whisper to themselves when they'd rather stay soft, safe, and invisible. The lie that says, you've missed your chance. It's over. Sit down. Stay quiet. But let me tell you the truth. As long as you're alive, you are still in play. As long as blood pumps through your veins, the fight is still on. As long as your lungs fill with air, you have work to do. Battles to fight, ground to claim. The only man who is truly out of time is the one in the coffin. And you're reading this. You're breathing, you're alive. That means you're not out of time. You're in overtime. The world will tell you too late. But the world doesn't care about truth. It cares about control. It wants you to believe you've lost so you never rise up and take what's yours. It wants you tired, tame, and trapped. But men like you weren't built for cages. You weren't built for silence. You weren't built to sit quietly and let the years drain you dry. You were built for war. You were built for pressure. You were built to fight until your last breath. So listen carefully. Too late is not real. It's not fact. It's not truth. It's weakness dressed as wisdom. It's fear wearing a mask. It's the lie your mind tells you when it's scared of how powerful you actually could become. You say, I should have started earlier. That's a waste of energy. You can't go back, but you can start now. And now is the only weapon you'll ever truly control. You say, I've wasted years. Good, let them burn. Every year you wasted is fuel. Every regret is ammunition. Turn that pain into a weapon and use it to push harder than any man who's never tasted regret. You say, I missed my chance. But life isn't a one-round fight. It's a war with infinite rounds. As long as you're still breathing, you can get back in the ring. And men who get back in the ring are dangerous. Because they've tasted loss, they've tasted regret, they've seen themselves at their lowest, and they're still standing. Understand this, excuses are for quitters. Excuses are the language of men who've already surrendered. Excuses are chains, and chains are for slaves. But you're not a slave, you're a warrior, and warriors don't bow to time, they don't kneel to the clock. They don't surrender to the years. They fight until time itself respects them. The battlefield of life doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't ask when you started. It doesn't keep score of your missed chances. It asks only one question. Did you win or did you lose? And if you're still alive, the fight isn't over. Men who dominate understand this truth. The past is dead. The future is unwritten. The only thing that matters is right now, this breath, this hour, this day. What you do now decides whether you rise or whether you rot. So stand up, drop the excuses, stop worshiping regret, stop counting years like they're shackles. You are not finished. You are not too late. You are not out of time. You are armed with scars. You are armed with lessons. You are armed with hunger. And a man armed with hunger is unstoppable. The comfortable man, the one who thinks he started on time, the one who's never tasted the fire of regret, he's soft, he's untested, he's fragile. But you've been through hell. You've carried regret. You've seen what wasted years feel like. And because of that, you are sharp. You are strong. You are ready. So don't you dare say too late. Say now it begins. Now it begins. The rise, the climb, the fight. Now it begins. The second half where you dominate harder than ever before.
Type now it begins.
The moment where every day becomes a weapon, every step a march, every breath a declaration of war. Men who wait die waiting. Men who act bend the world to their will. So which one are you? Will you die with excuses on your tongue, or will you rise with fire in your chest? Because this is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of your greatest chapter. The chapter where you stop crawling and start conquering. The chapter where you erase too late from your vocabulary and replace it with watch me. Watch me fight. Watch me build. Watch me bleed. Watch me rise. Because the man who refuses to quit will always outlast the man who never began. And the man who owns his time, no matter when he starts, is unstoppable. Time doesn't care about you. Time doesn't pause because you're scared. It doesn't stop because you're tired. It doesn't freeze while you get ready. It doesn't wait while you whine about how unfair life is. Time is not your friend. Time is not your coach. Time is not your safety net. Time is a predator, cold, ruthless, unstoppable. It hunts you from the moment you take your first breath, and it never stops. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, strong or weak, confident or broken. Time eats every man alive, and it does so without hesitation. You think you're too young? Time doesn't care. You think you're too old? Time doesn't care. You think you missed your chance? Time doesn't care. The clock doesn't pity you. The clock doesn't forgive you. The clock doesn't bend for you. Every second wasted is gone forever. Dead, buried, never coming back. And yet most men act like they have eternity. They waste their mornings. They waste their energy. They waste their years. Waiting, hesitating, excusing, postponing, waiting for the right moment. Waiting to feel ready, waiting until life calms down. Guess what? Life doesn't calm down. There is no perfect moment. Readiness is an illusion. And while you wait, time is laughing in your face. Because while you're stalling, it's still ticking. While you're doubting, it's still ticking. While you're hesitating, it's still ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. Every tick is a second closer to your death. Every talk is a second you'll never get back. That's reality. Cold, masculine, unforgiving. But here's the truth you need to swallow like steel. Your feelings don't matter. Your doubts don't matter. Your excuses don't matter. Only execution matters. You don't need more time. You've always had enough. What you need is more action, more courage, more discipline, more hunger. Because the man who acts will always dominate the man who waits. The man who builds will always crush the man who talks. The man who executes will always bury the man who hesitates. Hesitation kills men. Excuses bury men. Comfort destroys men. Graveyards are full of men who thought they had time. Men who thought someday, men who thought later, men who thought when I'm ready. But there is no later, there is no someday, there is no ready, there is only now. And if you don't move now, you will watch your dreams rot in your hands. So listen closely. If you're waiting for permission, you've already lost. If you're waiting for motivation, you'll die waiting. If you're waiting for the world to be fair, you'll wait forever. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to stop the clock for you. No one is coming to give you another chance. It's just you and time. And time is undefeated, but there's a way to fight back. There's a way to flip the script. There's a way to make time your weapon instead of your enemy. Attack life with urgency. Move with speed. Act without hesitation. When you live like that, you stop chasing time. You make time chase you. You turn days into results. You turn years into legacies. That's how empires are built. That's how kingdoms are forged. That's how men carve their names into history while the rest fade into dust. So sharpen your mind. Sharpen your will. Sharpen your discipline. And strike. Now. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because the clock is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. Every tick is a warning. Every tock is a command. Move, execute, dominate. Because time doesn't care about you. But if you rise, if you fight, if you bleed, if you refuse to waste another second, you won't need time to care. You'll bend it. You'll command it. You'll conquer it. And when your final second arrives, and it will, you won't meet it with fear. You won't meet it with regret. You'll meet it with fire in your eyes, scars on your hands, and victory in your soul. Suffer now or suffer forever. There are only two kinds of pain a man can know in his life. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And make no mistake, you will suffer one of them. The question is not if, the question is when, and the question is which one will break you. Because the pain of discipline, that pain is heavy. It burns, it grinds, it tests you every damn day. It costs sleep, it costs comfort, it costs the illusion of an easy life. But it is a pain with a purpose. A pain that carves muscle into your body, steel into your mind, fire into your soul. It is temporary, it fades. And when it's gone, it leaves something behind. Strength, pride, honor, legacy. But the pain of regret, that pain doesn't leave. It doesn't forgive. It doesn't fade with time. Regret festers. Regret rots. Regret whispers in your ear every night. You could have been more. You should have been more. But you chose weakness. That is the pain that chains men for life. That is the pain that haunts their deathbed. That is the pain that breaks their spirit long after their body is already gone. And every man at some point will face the mirror. You will look yourself in the eye, and you will know, not your friends, not your parents, not the world. You will know whether you gave everything or whether you chose comfort. So ask yourself right now, who do you want staring back at you? A man who walked through fire, or a man who ran from it. Because discipline is suffering, yes, but it's sacred suffering. It's the weight you carry that makes you strong. It's the loneliness that forges self-respect. It's the sacrifice that builds your name. Every rep you hate, every early morning when the alarm rips you from sleep, every time you lace up your shoes and drag your tired body into the grind, every time you deny the weakness screaming inside you, that is the price. That is the cost of greatness. And there are no discounts. There is no shortcut. There is no magic pill. Only work, only blood, only sweat, only suffering. But understand this, that suffering has meaning. It's an investment. Every drop of sweat is currency. Every bruise is proof. Every scar is a receipt that says I paid my dues. That is the pain that liberates you. Now compare that to regret. Regret is slavery. Regret is the heavy chain that drags behind you for the rest of your life. Regret is standing at your child's graduation, wishing you had been the man they could look up to. Regret is waking up at 50 with a soft belly, a broken spirit, and no fire left in your eyes, knowing you traded your manhood for convenience. Regret is sitting in the dark, replaying all the times you quit, all the times you avoided the suffering that could have saved you. That pain doesn't go away. It doesn't teach. It doesn't strengthen. It only breaks. So choose wisely. Do you bleed now, or do you bleed forever inside your soul? Because men are not remembered for their comfort. No one builds statues for the man who chose the couch. No one tells stories about the man who played it safe. The world remembers the men who carried scars, the men who carried burdens, the men who refused to bow when life tried to break them. So when the bar feels too heavy, lift it anyway. When your lungs scream for air, keep running. When your mind begs you to quit, roar back louder. Command your body. Command your will. Command your destiny. Discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. It is the fire that forges you into something unbreakable. It is the test that separates men from cowards. And listen, greatness isn't given. It isn't handed out. It isn't stumbled upon. It is earned brick by brick, rep by rep, day by day, in silence, in sweat, in suffering. So bleed now, suffer now, grind now, because every drop of pain you embrace today saves you from drowning in regret tomorrow. And when the day comes that you stand at the edge of your life, staring back at the road you walked, you will not tremble. You will not regret. You will not cry for what you could have been. You will stand tall, scarred, tired, but unbroken. And you will know you suffered when it mattered. So you will never suffer forever. Suffer now, or suffer forever. The choice has always been yours. Time left means fight left. Look at me. No, really, look, what are you waiting for? Another year to pass, another excuse to pile up, another reason to sit back, scroll, complain, and pretend tomorrow is guaranteed? I'll tell you the truth right now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Next week is not promised. The clock is merciless, and it doesn't stop ticking just because you're tired. So what's it gonna be? You gonna stay on your knees, crying about what you've lost? Or are you gonna rise up and make war with the time you've still got? Because listen, the past is gone. It doesn't care about you. You can't negotiate with it. You can't apologize to it. It's buried dead and cold. But the future is alive. It's standing right in front of you, and it's daring you to take it. It's staring you in the eye and asking, do you still have the guts to fight? And if you're a man, if you're breathing, the only answer is yes. You're tired? Good. That means you've carried weight. That means you've been in the trenches. Weak men quit when they get tired. Strong men begin when they get tired. You feel forgotten? Good. That means you're the underdog. Nobody expects you to rise, which makes your rise inevitable, which makes it 10 times sweeter. You want to quit? Perfect. That means the fight is real. Nobody wants to quit a game they're winning. The fact that you want to quit means you're in the heat of battle, and battle is where men are forged, so feel it. Feel the burn in your lungs, feel the ache in your bones, feel the frustration boiling in your chest, then get the hell up. Because life doesn't care how you feel. The grind doesn't care about your tears. And success is cold-blooded. It doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're 20 or 60, rich or broke, known or forgotten. Success only cares if you did the work. Did you rise when you wanted to stay down? Did you swing when your arms were heavy? Did you fight when your body screamed to quit? That's the only question. That's the only measure. Because this world doesn't reward wishes. It rewards execution. It rewards persistence. It rewards the man who keeps showing up when everyone else has tapped out. So rise, lock in, move with force, move with precision, move like a man on fire, a man on a mission, a man who refuses to waste another breath. Every second you breathe is a gift. Every breath is borrowed time. Every heartbeat is one more chance to rewrite your story.